This is on, all that's on a drip. Although I usually take my hose and just give it extra water, but you don't have to. This area here is not on a drip. So I do add water to this area.
And once a week?
No, once every other week.
Okay.
That's once a week. Okay, now these cactus, this is kind of tricky. The only ones that need water, you only have to water most of them toward the end of May. Okay, because I already just gave them a huge amount.
So like once a month?
So, well, let me show you. This one needs water every other week because it's a new planted plant. Okay, this one I give water every other week because for some reason it gets really dry. So that one and this one. And then, if you notice, I've got one over here by the tree. That one does too. Okay, and this one. That's here on this side. Okay, the rest of them, you just have to do it one time while I'm gone. Okay. That would be, you know, these two. Okay, so now we got to move through here. Okay. All right, this is a bougainvillea. I want to keep the bougainvillea really cut back. So if you notice that it's starting to do this, I would just pull them out, cut them off. If it starts to shoot out this way, cut them off because I want it to be bushy. The rest of these now don't need water only one more time. So that would be all of these in here. And then there's this one. See, there's that one. Don't forget about that one. And
how often for that one? Once every 2 weeks?
No, you know, I would just I would do it once, you know, with the rest of these long-term ones.
All right, and this one too.
No, I would give that one some water. Okay, and then over here, all of these you can just stay. Now, that one, this one, and this one needed every 2 weeks.
Okay.
Okay, so you can leave this one alone. These big golden barrels right here, and all the rest of it except for this one and that one these two needed every other week. Now here's a potted plant. There's a potted one, and here's a potted one, and they're once, you gotta check them once a week. Those old man cactus, just forget about them. You don't have to do anything to those. Okay, then in here, you know, that one time I think these will be fine. And then under here, and then along the edge, before I go over there, along the edge here, you gotta trim these back so they don't grow out into the patio. And that makes this really full in the center. And then these, if they start to come out in the patio, just cut them. And they'll grow that way. Okay, then there's this plant. You gotta check once a week on that one. I always water this one, and I always water that one. Okay, and then back here, there is this one. And you just stick it in, you know, that's wet, so that doesn't need water. Okay, and that's it on this. Okay. Now here, this thing. This is really, this has to be watered every other week. And you have to put your hands inside here, and you have to take a really hard stream of water, and you've got to wash it because it gets spider mites. And you'll notice because it'll be like a webbing that'll look really bad.
Did I spray that with insecticide in there?
I suppose you could try. I don't know if it would hurt the plant. And then, but what I do is really, okay, because what happens is it gets all this debris from that tree, gets stuck. And so when you take, I just sprayed it yesterday, when you take a sprayer in here, all that dislodges it, and then it's nice and healthy on the inside.
Okay.
Then you should put water around the bottom, because there's not a dripper on that. I mean, there's a dripper, but I don't use it. That thing's dead, I don't do anything with it. Let's see, this is rosemary. I trimmed the rosemary back so it doesn't go into the rock. And, this is not on a dripper, and neither is that, so every other week on those two. Everything else is on a dripper, but you know, I'm not sure the dripper's working on this one. So probably have to check that. This is normal for that plant. And then I have that one, which you have to check once a week, and this one, which you have to check once a week. And, oh, and then this one right here, I usually do this. I check it, but it's usually about every other week on this one. Okay. This one, you got to put your thing in. I don't do anything with the Easter lily things. I put a little extra water on the roses. And then over here, this is a weekly, check that one. Okay, this one's a weekly, gotta check it. This one, that one, and this one. Okay, this is usually every other week, the Victoria Reginae. And then this is every single week. This one. And there's a bottle on this one, has to be filled. Okay, now this is a tricky one. It gets these little black bugs, and it's had them now, I don't know, I've had them for about a month. But if you see right now, there are no black bugs in there because I take my hard sprayer and I just spray and get all the black bugs out on the leaves. It's the only way to get rid of them, and now it looks really good. But you got to stick your thing in there and see if it needs water. That's it.
Nice job.